Hi, Dr. Shantae here. I'm here to talk about the hand and brain model from Daniel Siegel. This is the Dr. Shantae adaptation of that. This is something that I do with my clients all the time. It's in psychoeducation about what's happening inside your body when you are responding to a traumatic event. So this is your brain. This is your brainstem. It's responsible for heart rate, breathing. This is the oldest part of the brain, the reptilian brain. This is automatic stuff that you don't think about. This is your amygdala. This is your emotional memory center. This is the CEO. This runs and governs everything. This is your limbic system. This is fight, flight, or freeze. This is your emotions. This is survival mode. This is a body, felt, sense, memory. And then this is your frontal lobe or prefrontal cortex. So this is all logic and reasoning, judgment, distinguishing the difference between colors. What happens is you're walking down the street and you see a snake. And so your brainstem tells your amygdala, sound the alarm, we need to go into survival mode. And for the purpose of this example, your frontal lobe needs to go offline so that you can go into survival mode. And so your frontal lobe goes offline, and then it's fight, flight, or freeze. We all have a tendency of one that we usually do. For this example, it's a snake, so I am not going to freeze so that the snake can bite me. I'm also not going to fight a snake. I'm going to run, so it's flight. And so you run away. Now your body and your brain have made the association that anytime you see a snake, you are going to run away. Okay, so that is sealed in your memory. That's how we learn how to survive when there's a snake. The next day, you're walking down the street again. You're in this relaxed, aware mode. You're on the same street. It feels familiar. You see a stick in the same place that you saw a snake. Automatically, your body goes into survival mode because you've made that association that when I see this, this is what I do. So this is a misfiring into that survival mode in order to save yourself from this stick. So like I'm having an anxiety attack over this thing that should have a neutral response, but it doesn't. It's actually really charged because my body and my brain have made the association to this thing that should be something that is going to help me to survive, but is actually just an excess of the emotion. That's great, Shantae. Now what do we do with that? Okay, so we need to unlearn this process, this lid flipping process, right? Because you need it when you need it and you don't need it when you don't need it. So when you're in this place, right, your noticing brain is in your frontal lobe, and your noticing brain has a direct connection to your amygdala. And your noticing brain helps you to become more aware of that's a stick, it's not a snake. So the only things that I know that can help with the noticing brain are mindfulness, so being more mindful. That's one of the reasons why I talk so much about being mindful and in the moment and ways to be mindful, because it helps you to notice when there are sticks and when there are snakes. The other thing that can help with that whole unlearning of an unnecessary misfiring is yoga. Yoga helps to be mindful. Meditation, guided meditation, that's something that I enjoy. And then EMDR. EMDR is something that helps with the noticing part of your brain, and it helps you to unlearn that unnecessary response to a trigger that is not a danger to your life. And so that way you can be in this place, you can notice that there's a stick there. You know, the noticing part of your brain will say, no, we're okay, and tell your amygdala, we don't need to go into survival mode. I encourage you to do anything that's gonna help to strengthen your noticing part of your brain, so that way you don't have to live in this fight, flight, or survival mode type of state, and you can live in a relaxed, aware mode. Thank you.